24 hours is given to you just like everybody else. The same way you have 24 hours, the same way Michael Jordan had 24 hours. The same way you have 24 hours is the same way Kobe had 24 hours. It's all about what you decide to do with those 24 hours. Pretty much all our lives, we're told to follow a schedule, do what had to be done for other people, focus on being on time, focus on doing other things. And after you leave school, especially, you're no longer in high school, maybe you're in college, and maybe you're not in college, but then you realize that time waits for nobody, and in all seriousness, what should you be doing with your time? All I gotta tell you right now is time is one of the most important things you have on this planet Earth. A lot of us, we trade time with money. We focus on just trying to obtain as much cash, but we're wasting so much time doing a bunch of nonsense things. What you need to understand is your time will never be replenished, and if you run out of time sooner or later, all you're gonna do is regret that you didn't put in the work with the time you had. So if, as a person who is coming up as well and making these videos, all I could tell you guys is 24 hours is all we have. 24 hours is all you have. And you got to look at your life and see what is important, what is not important. Is me waking up early in the morning to play video games important? Or is me waking up early in the morning to focus and work on my business, work on my personal brand, go to the gym more important? Is me waking up and devoting my life into self-development and my relationships around me more important than wasting away to a shell of a video game? Or not even a video game. Some people wake up, they watch porn. Some people wake up, they just scroll on their phone. And I'm not gonna lie, I've done that before. I still do that sometimes. I still make mistakes when I wake up, I just scroll on my phone. But lately I've been trying to kick the habit. I've been trying to do what had to be done. As you guys can see, this is in the morning. I just woke up, got straight into the grind, cleaned up, ate, got straight to the grind, got straight to the grind, got straight to the grind. Because I understand that the same time I have is the same time other people have. So no one is favored. No one is given some, oh yo, you have 27 hours. Nah. People just use their time differently. People wake up and they schedule their thing accordingly to how they need it to be. From most important is what they get done first to least important. At the end of the day, when I found myself, I've grinded, I've worked, then I hop on the game maybe, then I just chill, I relax, I do normal things as a human being. Your body needs time to recover. It's not every second of the day you're just grinding, doing everything like that. No, you need to relax too. But that's where discipline comes into play, where you have to prioritize the more important things and then focus on that in order to improve your life. Because what happens is when you relax first, do anything you gotta do, what happens is you end up just procrastinating because your body's just like, hey man, this feels good. Let's just chill. We already made it. We're already free. We're relaxing. But when you prioritize becoming more successful, focusing on what has to get done, you start to notice that you enjoy the free time a little bit more because you're like, okay, I already grinded. Nothing's on your mind poking, hey bro, you need to get back to work. You need to, hey man, hey, you gotta do this. Nothing's on your mind like that. You're just like, hey, I already chilled. I already worked my ass off, so I could chill. That's why I say work hard, enjoy later. And that's the kind of mindset I have towards my whole life in a like a long-term picture. My vision for my life is right now in my 20s, I'm going to work. I'm going to do what I got to do, work as hard as I could. And then there's going to be that certain age where freedom, financial freedom is going to start flowing and flourishing into my life just like that. Because I've put in the work, I put in the time, I put in the energy, I put in the dedication, I put in everything I needed to do in order to enjoy my future. And that's what I want you guys to do. In whatever world, whatever craft, whatever dream you have, I want you guys to work your ass off. Never take your time for granted. And one thing I heard that really changed my whole perspective is people can only waste your time if you give them that time to waste. People can only waste your time if you give them that time to waste. Now, an example would be if I've already woke up in the morning, I've gone to the gym, I've done everything I needed to do, I've grinded, I've studied, I've put in everything. And then let's say I was supposed to meet up with some chick. Let's say I'm a guy grinding and I'm talking to girls as well, and I'm supposed to meet up with some chick and she doesn't show up. How I would look at it is, hey, it is what it is. Now I have more time to do what I gotta do. More things I gotta do. Now, if I was a person who didn't do all of that, I'm just like, oh, she wasted my time. I could have been doing this. But I wouldn't be saying that if I already did it. That's why you prioritize the more important things, first things in your day. You prioritize reading the book. You prioritize working on your business. You prioritize posting on your channel first thing in the day. That's why if someone ends up wasting your time later on, you'd be like, hey, I already did what I gotta do. This is my chill time. I don't care. I already grinded. I already put in the work. I already had that time dedicated to my craft. But when you procrastinate and then let's say that same scenario plays out, you'd be like, damn, bro, I could have been working. I could have been putting energy in my channel. I could have been just chilling. I could have whatever, And then you start regretting. You start having resentment. And this is how you live your life in a more relaxed state. One thing about me, I've said this before, I want my life to be effortless. Obviously you got to work in order for life to be easy. They say a strong man that goes through pain makes an easy life, and a weak man that goes through nothing, who doesn't put himself through anything, makes it a hard life. I want my life to be effortless for me, for my woman, for my family, for everybody in my life that I love. I want it to be effortless because I put in the work. That same 24 hours you got is the same 24 hours freaking LeBron James has. But the difference between the person who doesn't grind and LeBron James is what I just said. He doesn't grind and LeBron James does. That's the difference. That's the only difference. There's no old LeBron James. Yo, bro, you got 30 hours in a day, bro. Use that shit. No, there's none of that. No one is a favorite on this planet Earth. And that's one thing you need to realize, especially if you're a man on this planet. Ain't nobody coming to save you, and that's just the sad truth, man. Remember, I'm going to say this once more. The same 24 hours you have is the same one a successful person does. So never procrastinate, never make excuses, stop complaining. Just get to it, man. That's all I gotta say for this video. If you guys are new to this channel, like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys. Stay blessed, stay humble. Real talk shit. Gang.